is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, your host, Kevin, the Philosopher Boss, and I'm joined on the desk today by Papa West. It is not just your average TMGeek match. No. Today it is October, and we start the TMGeek Invitational Tournament. This year, we only have 16 players in the tournament. The top 16, the best of the best. Because we had a really large roster this year, 34 people in and out, 34 people. So yeah, really glad to have that many people on the roster and glad to be able to have a smaller tournament. You know, it makes it more challenging and more exciting. But yeah, so we are going to start off with the 7 versus 10 match. David, García, Alonso taking on Malcolm Lay. Papa West, what do you think about this match, buddy?
I am excited, and you know it's not an average TMGeek match when I'm here, because I make everything above average.
Always.
For the most part, yes. But very, very excited to see David versus Malcolm, two of our international players coming together with two Americans. It's like a big melting pot of the world.
Absolutely. And two powerful players. One very hungry, coming off of a championship loss at the beginning of the year, has been trying to, kind of fight back in his ways to get back in his ways of geek. But Malcolm has done so great, 2 TKOs, and has done a really good job to get to that 10 seed. So let's go ahead and bring in our first competitor, though. He is the number 7 seed. He is 4-3 with 2 TKOs. He is accompanied by AMC, Alex Martinez Coronado, his manager. He is David Garcia Alonso, the Spaniard. What is up?
Hello. I have a sore throat today. I kind of want to save my voice to answer questions.
All right.
But I do have the best mouthpiece in the business, so.
This is true. Somebody hijacked my my stream the other day, so I don't know what that was all about. But anyway,
a password is password 13. Oh, what a disaster! What a disaster that Malcolm has had. He's ended up in the tournament, which is great. Good for him. Bit of a seat filler role, though, for him. But don't worry, Malcolm, don't worry. You're an old friend, so we're going to make this very, very quick, as painless as possible, to be perfectly honest. It's all going to seem like a bad dream, but in a few moments, you're going to wake up, you're going to go back to writing a random or something, more quizzes on your Facebook page, and we're going to go on to the second, the third, on and on and on into the final. And we're going to play Joe again. It's funny how all these special momentous occasions tend to involve us, Team Darkside. Isn't it? We have a tournament. The first match, boom, Team Darkside. You have free-for-all. Who writes it? Team Darkside. First champ, Team Darkside. First people to beat Rue, Team Darkside. It's just, we are truly the Kevin Bacon of human misery here at TMG. We're almost at 5 minutes. I'd say the video's dragging already. We got stuff to do. TikTok.
We definitely got stuff to do. All right, so we will drop these two to the back. Best of luck to you, Spaniard. And we will bring forth our number 10 competitor. He is 2-2 with 2 technical knockouts. He is Malcolm, the Crusher Lay. What's up, Malcolm?
Not much. They say it's going to be a bad dream. It's going to be a bad dream for them. I'm tend to win. Like, I can't off TKOs. It's just a lot of fun.
There you go. So, as far as preparing for this tournament and preparing for David, how have you been? How have you been preparing for this?
I'm not going to divulge my preparation secrets. I've just been preparing as the mayor always do.
I like it. Papa West, anything for Malcolm before we get started?
Malcolm, I am rooting for you for the simple fact of in the opening of Alex talking, he did say that David was just going to run the tournament. And I hate spoilers. All people who spoil stuff, there's a special place in hell for you. So I hope you're wrong because of that. So good luck, Malcolm.
Yeah, and in most movies, light always conquers darkness.
That's right. That's right.
Just in the good ones.
All right, so we'll bring in David, and we will go ahead and go over some rules. We'll do the match rules first. So our match rules are, as always, the same: 30 plus points possible, 3 repeats, 1 challenge per competitor. Please keep your hands on screen throughout the match. Speak loudly and write legibly. Challenges will be reviewed off stream in a private call. Round by round breakdown. In round 1, you can earn 10 points plus round bonus opportunity if you were to get all 10. In round 2, you get 10 points possible plus any steal opportunities. And in round 3, you can just earn 10 points. So be prepared when you get to that point. And we'll break down round number 1 right now as we go into it. 10 points possible. Jacob and I will alternate giving you 10 random geek questions, each question being worth 1 point. You will not lose any point. The perfect round, 10 for 10, will trigger that bonus question. Remember, please keep your hands on screen. 3 repeats, 1 challenge per competitor, and any questions from either competitor before we get started. All right, looks like everybody's ready. And as always, I will do the evens. Pablo West, if you'll take the odds. So that means you'll get started off. I'll wish both competitors good luck and pass it over to Pablo West.
All right, and good news, I have my glasses today, but you still print really small, so I have to get really close to read this because I am an old man, even if I'm one of the youngest people here. Question number 1 comes in the category of Star Trek, the not as good franchise that happens in the stars.
Agreed.
In Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, what are the names of the 2 whales Kirk and his crew bring back to the 23rd century? I will say, Kevin, thank you for choosing one of the watchable Star Trek films.
Yeah, I had to start it off with a good, solid Star Trek question. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pins down.
We're going to go ahead and start off with David.
George and Gracie.
And Malcolm.
I just put Moby and Dick.
Malcolm with the literary reference, but David getting it correct. It is George and Gracie.
Who could name a whale Dick?
It's short for Richard, so
Richard the Whale. All right, we will move on to the across the galaxy to Star Wars. Nothing but Star Wars. And your question, gentlemen: how many Jedi accompany Mace Windu to arrest Palpatine in Revenge of the Sith?
And points in my personal book if you can name the Jedi that accompany Mace Windu. I don't think either of them are going to go for the personal points.
Hey, I wouldn't either. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down, and we will start this time with Malcolm.
3
and David.
This kid Fisto Saucy Teen, and I forgot the other one. 3.
It is 3. That was a great job. And David, I know we had a couple of those there. So,
do you know the other one, Jacob? It's bugging me now.
I believe it is Agen Kolar.
Agen
Kolar, that's right.
Yeah, Agen Kolar.
I was going to say. Yeah. I can't remember under there. So.
I can't remember.
Yes, very close with the bonus points, but it did not happen. As we move on to question number 3, which comes in the category of DC. With what kind of weapon does Swamp Thing defeat the mutated Arcane in Swamp Thing?
Have you ever seen Swamp Thing, Pablo West?
Nope. Nor have I watched The Return of Swamp Thing, even though it has bitten me in the ass several times.
5,
in Geek.
4, 3, 2, and 1 pins down.
Going with David again.
A good old sword.
And Malcolm.
I put pitchfork.
It is a sword.
David keeping that streak going. All right, we'll move to question number 4. Question number 4 is in the category of the Wizarding World. Your question, who plays Rubius Hagrid in the Harry Potter films? Good old Hagrid. Papa West, you could pull off a good Hagrid with just grow your beard out and.
I don't have the up top hair to do it. I can grow out the side hair and then kind of do like a weird comb over thing to kind of make it work.
3, 2, 1. Pins down, and we'll go to Malcolm.
I mean, if I grow my hair longer, I will look like Hagrid. But Robbie Coltrane.
There you go. And David.
I still think Harry should have named his kid after him, not Snape. Robbie Coltrane.
Very nice. Robbie Coltrane is correct. All right, so 4-2 as we go to the halfway point.
All right, and your halfway point, question number 5, comes in the category of the DCEU. That's the universe where all the films are actually somewhat connected. What is the name of the Kent family dog which Jonathan bravely goes back to save during the tornado in Man of Steel?
Fuck. It's one of the... I have 2 dogs.
Kevin, the only issue with Harry naming his son Hagrid, he wouldn't be able to say, you're named after 2 headmasters of Hogwarts. So it would not have worked out, unfortunately.
You can't. But he's still one of the bravest men he has ever known.
1.
So.
Pins down. I will not come.
Going with David.
Is it Dusty?
And Malcolm.
I just see Crypto.
Oh, it is not. It is Hank.
Dusty's the other
The
one.
other one.
Just like the cow dog.
Dusty is the other one, yep. All right, so David, not going to get a perfect round today, but that's all right. We got plenty of match to play. And we move on to category number 6, which is the mixed bag. We'll dip into the mixed bag. And I'll ask you, who plays Dwight in Sin City, A Dame to Kill For?
I just don't know how that scene would go with Harry kneeling down at his son and be like, you're named after one of the headmasters and the weird guy who's just always there. Not the same.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins.
I mean, it was 90 years later, for all we know, Hagrid became headmaster in between then.
Yeah, exactly. He was there a long time. We'll start with Malcolm this time.
Clive Owen.
And David.
You said A Dame to Kill For?
Yes.
Josh Brolin.
It is Josh Brolin. That is correct. And A Dame to Kill For, Josh Brolin takes over the role.
All right, moving on to question number 7, comes in the category of Animated Geek. In what Animated Geek film will you see characters such as Void, Screech, Brick, and Reflux? Kevin, I'm going to challenge this. These people do not exist. You just made me read off random names right there.
I see Reflux every day. Acid reflux. 5,
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. And
You should probably get checked by a doctor for that one. David.
The Incredibles 2.
And Malcolm.
It's the not-so-good sequel in The Incredibles 2.
Opinions on the quality of the film, I will not put into consideration, but The Incredibles 2 is correct.
it is indeed. Great job by both players. As we move to question number 8. Question number 8 is in the realm of quotes. Quotes. And your question, in which Middle-earth film will you hear the quote, "Bring up the Mangler, bring up the Bone Breaker"?
Interesting quote that you pulled out.
Yeah.
Makes you sound like a glutton for punishment.
Yeah. It's hard not to read it in like the way they say it on screen.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat.
1. All right. David is going to use his first repeat. In the category of quotes, in which Middle-earth film will you hear the quote, "Bring up the mangler, bring up the bone breaker"? And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. And we'll start this time with Malcolm.
Is it The Hobbit, The Battle for Five Armies?
And David.
The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey.
That is correct. David using his repeat.
Give me a second. New pen, it's hard to erase.
I understand that. You gotta get that spray. The alcohol.
Or this thing called a dry erase eraser.
No, but
Work wonders.
Nerd. No, I'm just kidding. Go.
All right, your next question, number 9, comes in the category of movie release dates. Which of these movies was not released in the same year as the others? I Am Legend, TMNT, Hellboy 2, The Golden Army, and Transformers.
Decent set of movies.
I hate this question.
I hate this question.
Well, this is an that's a clever movie release date. Nice.
3, 2, 1. Pins down.
It's clever. The category sucks, but it is what it is. David.
I think it's Hellboy 2, The Golden Army.
And Malcolm.
Yeah, all the others are 2007, but I don't know, can't remember Hellboy 2, The Golden Army.
Hellboy 2, The Golden Army is correct. It came out in 2008, and I'm assuming the others came out in 2007.
That is correct.
Yep.
All right. So great job. And as always, we will end round number 1 on question number 10 with plot summary. Plot summary. I'll give you the plot summary of a TMGeek eligible film, and you guys give me the film. All right. This one's an interesting one. 3 freedom fighters continue to lead the revolt against the machine army, unleashing their arsenal of extraordinary skills and weaponry against the systematic forces of repression and exploitation. In their quest to save the human race from extinction, they gain greater insight into the construct of the simulation and the hero's pivotal role in the fate of mankind.
It looks like they both started writing at the very end when you said fate in Fate of Mankind. So
Don't.
5,
don't what?
4,
Nothing.
3, 2, 1. He wanted no hints given. And so no hints would be given, and we'll go to Malcolm.
It's about 25 different movies I was going for my head, but I went Matrix Revolutions.
And David.
If I'm right, I was saying don't make me think about a different one. Is it Terminator 2, Judgment Day?
It is not. Malcolm, very close, though. It's the Matrix Reloaded.
Oh, I knew it was one of them.
So close. Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought he was saying don't to Malcolm, saying don't repeat the question. But
Because if I thought it was Terminator, and since there is like Judgment, so like Dark Fate or something, there is one, right?
Oh, right. Oh, right. I got you.
And don't confuse me.
Yeah. So there you go. After round number 1, we have a score of David 8, Malcolm 4. A lot of game left to play. We will go to round number 2, which is our wheel round, and I'll give you the rules right now. The rules of round number 2, it is the wheel round. 5 questions on your wheel spin. You do get a free respin. Each question is worth 2 points. Multiple choice is available, but it will reduce the point value to 1 point. Your opponent may steal if you do give an incorrect answer, so don't fall asleep their opponents. The competitor with the highest score will be able to decide if they want to defer, so that will be David. So yeah, just keep your hands up and throughout the entirety of this one. Oh, repeats remaining. That's what I was looking for. David has 2, Malcolm has 3, and both have their challenges. All right, let's bring in the newest Nightmare, and he will have his time to talk to David, and then we'll bring up the wheel.
All right, so well done. We're kind of exactly where we thought we would be, points-wise. He's about where we thought we would be in points as well. Are we keeping with the game plan so far of when we spin? You don't feel any different about that? Okay.
No, I think we can do that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a decent wheel, so.
Cool. 2 repeats left, I think they said.
Yep.
Good.
That is correct.
Good.
All right. So on the wheel tonight, both players have put on 1 mystery strength. I will not be announcing that, but on the wheel there will be tonight adventure, fantasy, MCU, Marvel, Star Wars, DC, the Chris's, movie release dates, Wizarding World, and of course spinners and opponent's choice. And so I will go to David now. And would you like to spin first or defer to Malcolm?
We go first.
All right, gonna go first. Let's go ahead and get that wheel spinning. The first spin of the tournament. What shall it land on? Those beautiful Chris's. All right, so I'll let you guys talk this over.
It's big. It's a big list.
I mean, it's not awful, but I think we can aim for one of.
We can aim for. I think we know what we're aiming for. Yeah, we could afford a respin here.
So let's respin.
All right, gonna respin, and you do have 1 respin. So whatever it lands on, you will be getting questions in round 2. As my computer takes its time. Sorry about that. I like how it advertises StreamYard.
I love how I get YouTube commercials from StreamYard.
All right, DC. DC is what we will be giving David in round number 2. So, Alex, you have anything else you would like to say?
Take your time. You have a lead, so he has to do quite a bit of work to catch up, or indeed take a lead. So you can afford a few multiple choice options here. All right, that won't break us.
Okay.
All right, and we will move into round number 2. I will be giving the questions to David for DC. 5 questions coming your way. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, question number 1. What is the name of the aircraft company that Hal Jordan was a test pilot for in The Green Lantern?
Ferris Air.
That is correct for 2 points. It's not The Green Lantern, just Green Lantern. Sorry about that. All right, so 2 points for David on his first one. As we move to question number 2. And question number 2 is, in The Dark Knight, what 2 things does Gordon say was in the Joker's pockets when he was brought into jail? Five, 4,
I remember.
3.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice it will be. Is it A? I'm sorry. Is it A, knives and $5,000 in cash? B, knives and playing cards? C, knives and lint? Or D, playing cards and lint?
I'm gonna go with C.
C, knives and lint is exactly correct for 1 point. As we move on to question number 3, halfway through your round number 2. What is the name of the Green Lantern Corps' so let me start that over. What is the name of the Green Lantern Corps HQ's home planet in the movie Green Lantern?
Oh, I actually know more about Green Lantern than I thought. Oa.
That is correct. For 2 points.
I haven't seen that movie in a while.
I love how he said, "Oh, and then he conceded to start talking. And I was like, "That's the answer."
You are correct. All right. No more Green Lantern questions, I promise. All right. No, we will go to your penultimate question, and that will be, in the titular film, what is the name of the cat that turns Patience Phillips into Catwoman?
Oh. Can I get another Green Lantern? Multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice it will be. Is it A, Onyx, B, Midnight, C, Luna, or D, Nocturna?
B, as in boy.
B, Midnight is correct for 1 point.
Yep.
Great pull there. As we move to your fifth and final question in the realm of DC. In the Lego Batman movie, Batman accuses Alfred of watching too many of what sort of movies and drinking wine?
Huh.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Musicals.
That is incorrect. Going to go to Malcolm for the 2-point steal opportunity. I'll repeat the question for you. In the Lego Batman movie, Batman accuses Alfred of watching too many of what sort of movies and drinking wine?
Romance movies?
That is also incorrect. Looking for Lifetime movies.
Oh,
Which I guess probably falls under romance, but not specific enough there.
it's a Coke, we should say.
All right, so no points there, but no points lost, and a great round by David. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and here's round number 2 as we go back to the wheel for Malcolm. David has a 10-point lead, 14-4. And sorry, I swear I've done this before. All right, and we're back to the wheel. And Malcolm, are you ready to spin?
Yep.
All right, your first spin is in.
Yeah, sometimes you think those computers listen to us too much because we have StreamYard commercials when we obviously use StreamYard. I've bought soap before, and in the next 3 days, I've got nothing but soap ads from the company I just bought that soap from.
No kidding.
Yeah.
All right, the Chris's. The Chris's come up again. Malcolm, are you brave enough to take them on?
It's a really big category. No, let's spin it again.
All right, Malcolm will spin it again. So everything but DC is available. So whatever it lands on, Malcolm will be receiving in round number 2. Oh, and it just lands on the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's what Malcolm will be getting. And Papa West, if you don't mind, take those questions and give them to Malcolm.
Kevin, I do not mind. So, Malcolm, your questions in the category of the MCU. Question number 1. In the Avengers, Natasha tells Clint that the Battle of New York reminds her of their time in what European city?
Budapest.
Budapest is correct for 2 points. Question number 2. What does the trophy that Scott Lang's suit is hiding in say on the plaque in Ant-Man and the Wasp?
know what it is, but I'm going to go multiple choice just to be sure of the reading.
All right. Your multiple choice options are A, world's greatest grandma, B, number one dad, C, world's best dad, or D, number one grandpa.
World's greatest grandma, A.
World's greatest grandma is correct for 1 point. Question number 3. What former MMA star plays George Patrock in The Winter Soldier?
George Batrock.
Batrock. That's exactly what I said.
I'm going to go multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, George St. Pierre, B, Michael B. Spring, C, Randy Couture, or D, Chuck Liddell.
I should have just gone for George St. Pierre.
George St. Pierre is correct for 1 point. Number 4. Black Panther was nominated for 7 Academy Awards. How many did it win?
And 5.
3?
3 is correct for 2 points.
Big 2-point hit there for Malcolm.
Yes. And your final question in the category of the MCU. Who plays Ho Yinsen in Iron Man?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Maz Jobrani, B, Dominic Reigns, C, Sean Tube, or D, Omid Abtahi.
D?
D, Omid Abtahi is incorrect. David, your chance for the 1 point steal. I'll go ahead and give you a full repeat. Who plays Ho Yinsen in Iron Man? Is it A, Maz Jobrani, B, Dominic Reigns, C, Sean Tube, or D, Omid Abtahi?
C, Sean Tube.
C, Sean Tube is correct for the 1 point steal.
All right, and David getting that 1 point steal there. That could play very heavily in this final round. As we go to round number 3, Papa West, you want to read off the round number 3 rules?
Yes, I can. Round number 3 is the category by number round. Each competitor will give us 3 numbers ranging 1 through 12 that correspond to random geek questions. Questions are worth 2, 3, and 5 points respectively. There's no multiple choice available and no steals. We will start off with the competitor with the lowest score and go until he is either has the lead or is mathematically eliminated, just how it goes.
Excellent. Excellent work. We have David with 2 repeats remaining, Malcolm with 3 repeats remaining, both with their challenges remaining, and we have, as usual, we'll go ahead and bring in Alex. And so since David has the lead, and we'll go ahead and let them discuss this first, but the numbers are 1 through 12. So after your discussion, I will take your numbers.
Yeah, so we were fighting to get around a 7-point lead. We have 5, so he'll have to hit a 2, a 3, or he'll have to hit at least 5 points to send it back to you to hit a 2 to hit the 5. As usual, I would say that we're not done yet. But
yeah, I kind of took a calculated risk with the 2 points shoot.
I knew what you were doing. It was a good shot. The player in me disagrees, but I understand. The strategist understands. So yeah, 2 repeats left. I feel pretty good about that we have this. But as per usual, don't get lazy because anything could happen.
Yeah.
Something. Huge upset. Something. Round 1. Something. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah. All right. So 2, 3, and 11. That was me.
Oh, 2, 3, and 11. Absolutely. 2, 3, and 11. I thought I heard like a knock. Oh, that was maybe.
Yeah,
That was exactly what it was.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was all I heard, and my ADD mind went like, nope, I didn't hear the numbers.
Is it
All
my
right, so
door?
see, I know, right? So Malcolm, you have now heard what they have said. Your numbers, please, but 1 through 12, not 2, 3, or 11.
Oh, that ruins my plans for what I was going to do for the numbers. But I'm going to go 8, 4, and 1.
8, 4, and 1 in that order. All right, sounds good. And all right, so we will read in the order, opposite order of which we read in round number 2. So that means I will read to Malcolm. Jacob, you'll read to David if it comes to that. Malcolm, you do have some work to do to get to send it over to David. As you will. All right, so we'll go to category number 8 to begin with. Category number 8 starts with Star Trek. We'll start with Star Trek. And your 2-point question in the realm of Star Trek. Which member of the Enterprise crew takes out the assassin about to shoot the Federation president in The Undiscovered Country?
Sulu, I don't know.
Oh, looking for Montgomery Scotty. All right, so Malcolm misses his 2 there. Still got his 3 and 5, though, that can send it over. So we will go to number 4, which is what you picked for your second one, and that will be worth 3 points. Number 4 lines up with Marvel films. Marvel. All right, so your 3-pointer in the realm of Marvel. In Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, what is the exact location of Sue Storm and Reed Richards' first planned wedding? Five, 4, 3.
Repeat.
All right, we will repeat that for Malcolm. His first. In the category of Marvel for 3 points. In Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, what is the exact location of Sue Storm and Reed Richards' first planned wedding?
Is it
5.
on top of the Baxter building?
That is correct. The roof of the Baxter building is correct for 3 points. All right. Great job for Malcolm. Great pull. All right. So Malcolm gets 3 points closer there. And so you have your 5. You'll need to hit the 5 to send it on over to David. But if you do, then you won't be tied. He will have some work to do himself. All right. So your 5-pointer will come in category numero uno. Number 1 is DC films. DC. All right. So your 5-point question, and you do have 2 repeats left. So here we go. 5-pointer in the realm of DC. In V for Vendetta, what is the name of the virus that was released and controlled by the Norse Fire Party only to eventually lead to its downfall? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, Malcolm will repeat your second repeat of the match. You have 1 left. For 5 points in the realm of DC, in V for Vendetta, what is the name of the virus that was released and controlled by the Norse Fire Party only to eventually lead to its downfall? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Last repeat.
All right, last repeat for Malcolm. For 5 points in DC. In V for Vendetta, what is the name of the virus that was released and controlled by the Norse Fire Party, only to eventually lead to its downfall? Wow.
I've got no idea. COVID-25.
And your winner, moving on to the next round by technical knockout, David Alonso Garcia. Sorry, I said your name wrong, but you still get the win. You still get the TKO. We'll bring in Alex. And
COVID-25. That's my next screen name.
Hey, a great answer there. We need to like pull clips and make like the funny answers into a bunch of clips for the end of the year. Anyway, we'll move on to the end of this match. David, how are you feeling? A great match. First round, 8 points. And the second round, you almost ran your category, except for one question, but you did get the steal back from his. So how are you feeling?
Well, I figured he wouldn't know it. So I had an idea in my head, and I calculated the points, and I thought that I will still be in the lead, even if he kind of ran his category. So I was like, you know what? It's a risk that if it pays off good, if it doesn't, So I would have probably gotten it in multiple choice, because when you said it, I was like, all right. But it's fine. It's strategy. You know how it goes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pissed about the Hank, because I knew both. I didn't know which was which.
I just had to pick.
That was the only one. And Malcolm said it. The Machines movie could have been literally a lot of geek ones. Other than that, I'm feeling great. It's great to be back in the winning column and to have another TKO, a dominant win, I think. So, and I am excited for this because, like, a lot of people have been looking at the rookies, like Brittany, Tyler, Abel. They are great. They are awesome. One of them might very well win this tournament. But I haven't been having the best of luck. I lost to Joe, I lost to Robert, and I didn't do well in the Geek for All. But let's not forget, in my loss to Joe, I spun opponent's choice, and he spun Wizarding World.
Right.
I lost to Robert in sudden death in a match of the year candidate.
Exactly.
The rookies are great. They are awesome. But Robert, Ryan, myself, we are still here. We are still here, and we are not going to step away to let you guys pass. You may do it, but you are going to have to work. We are getting better. We are not past our prime. I am planning on going back to Joe. So.
Absolutely. Alex, what you got for that?
Oh, I don't know. I might be coming down with a sore throat myself. You know, it's important to restate the fact that while David is the number 7 contender, a number 7 seeded contender going into this tournament, his losses have been to the best players that we have in this division. Some of which, and yes, he lost to Joe twice. And I think that bears reminding some people that think that the seedings are something different than what they are. I was the number 5 contender. And not to make this all about myself, but I beat one Nico, and that was my best win going in. And for David to be the number 7 contender, I think it's a bit silly, isn't it, when we say it out loud that one of the certified best in the world who just TKO'd a very, very good veteran. Did we call that a TKO, by the way? I don't know that we did. We called that a TKO, right? What is that, David? Number 3? Number 4? What is that? I'm starting to lose track of the number of TKOs we've got piling up here. David's finishing them in title, or David's finishing them in round 1 of the tournament. Joe's finishing them in title matches. It's a bit odd, isn't it, that we're still considered that David is on the downside of his career. Isn't it strange, David? I think it is. But don't worry. Because we're going to remind everyone, we're going to keep doing this. This is not a seasonal project for us. This is tournament season, but the career goes on and on. Who's next? Because I think we might be revisiting an old matchup of ours. We might get one of those back real soon, if I'm not mistaken. Who's next?
That is an excellent point. We will. Let's see. Next up will either be, who is it? It will either be Robert Kastner or Nico Suave Rigoli. So a big match possibly coming up next for David. How are you feeling about that, by the way?
Honestly, if Nico beats Robert, I may get scared.
I won't.
But that being said, I have seen Nico beat Thomas Kelly and then get demolished by Joe. So I think that could be comparable. But again, I really want to play Robert again. It's becoming a thing. I like the guy, and as I said, the veterans are still here. And if I play Robert, that means one of the veterans moves on.
That's true.
Yep.
So, and both our matches have been awesome. One of them went to both 5s, and the other went to 7 death. We are 1-1 in TMGeek. So, Robert, please do your job.
I'm sure he has plans. So I just want to let you know you are now the overall points leader in TMGeek. 157 points total in TMGeek. That's pretty amazing. I just want to say that, and just in 2 seasons. So I just wanted to give you props for that.
Nice, thank you.
Yes, we will definitely see you very soon. I don't know which opponent you'll be facing, but I know that you'll definitely be prepared for whichever one it is. So we'll see you. We'll see you soon, and I know I will see you very soon because you are always just right there in my rear view mirror.
Oh, you are thinking about me.
All right, get him out of here. All right, we'll bring in Malcolm, our unfortunate loser tonight. So it just didn't work out for you. That round 1 was probably the killer because you had a really great 3-point pull there. So how are you feeling about the match? That's what I want to know.
I mean, I feel good. Like going in, I knew David wasn't going to be easy. And it's just one of those ones. Like there was a few questions around one. Like I kept myself as I went the wrong way. Because, like with the plot, something I knew it was. I could tell it was easy. I Matrix because like 3 heroes, machines, like there's a lot of things that hinted Matrix. I just picked the wrong one. And I mean, honestly, had I not gone to multiple choice when I did in MCU, I might have been in the lead and could have gone a different way. Because, but it was just one of those ones like I wanted to be sure of the actual wording of the answer because I don't want to blurt something out and then just be off by 1 word or something like that. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's all in strategy as well. You know, every player would do the same thing. Everybody will be that's watching from home would be like, oh, you know, that's an easy one. Why didn't you go for that? But when you're in the position and you're wanting to make sure you get the words right, you definitely would rather have the 1 point than no points. So because of missing maybe one word. So for sure, we understand that. But yeah, unfortunately, this will be your exit from the tournament and the end of your TMGeek season. But hopefully we can have you on the desk. I'd love to have you on the desk if you'd like to join. So that would be hopefully that won't be the end of seeing you during the tournament.
Yep. But I will be back next year. I will be
Absolutely.
back with a vengeance. Because I mean, like, both my wins have been TKOs. I'm looking to increase that.
Absolutely, man. Your geek game has definitely stepped up. So proud of you, and wish you the best of luck. And we will see you. We will see you soon. All right, Papa West. David takes this one, TKO 15-13, but Malcolm was trying to make it close there at the end, pulling that 3-pointer. If it could have just been the 5-pointer that he pulled, or maybe pulled that 2-pointer at the same time as the 3-pointer. Either way, like I said, I think round 1 was the real deal because round 2 was about even. But what are your thoughts on this match, Papa West?
Definitely an entertaining match to watch. Again, a 2-point loss, that is nothing to hold your head down because of. So Malcolm, you did a fantastic job. And then David, let's be honest. He said if Nico beats Robert, he's going to be scared. I think we're all going to be scared if Nico beats Robert because what kind of witchcraft is going on in that area of Pennsylvania where he lives, if that is the case. So kind of excited to see Robert versus David. If it happens, it's probably going to happen, but you can never count anyone out.
Definitely can't count Nico out. He's got that mindset where he's ready to, put trivia on the back burner, but it's like trivia doesn't want to be on the back burner. So it's just like he didn't plan to win the last match, and he turns out to win it. So he's just going to try to keep riding this train. But Robert is going to be a tough matchup. We got a lot of tough matchups coming up. But everybody tune in. I'm glad that the tournament is finally started. We will have I'll be loading 2 matches a week for the foreseeable future, and then my wedding will be in November, so I'll be taking a little break for that, and then we'll pick back up with round 2. So just keep an eye on the page, and I'll keep all you guys up to date. And thank you for tuning in. All your brackets. Good luck on the bracket thing on challenge. Or challenge, however you pronounce it. Hope everybody put in a bracket because we are cutting them off. We have cut them off by now by the time you're watching this. But we will be giving away an Amazon gift card, probably a $25 Amazon gift card. We did announce the MVP. If you didn't see it, we did announce the MVP of the Geek for All, Tyler Birch. He won the $50 Amazon gift card. So, this one will be a $25, a little less money, but hey, money is money, and it's always good to win money. But yeah, so good luck on that. Everybody keep watching the brackets, and you can even pick as the matches go, even if you lose. I think that's how it works. Just keep an eye on the brackets. And then also I wanted to bring up picture in picture. I know it's not been regularly working just because we've been so busy, but we are going to do a horror match this month. So just keep an eye on the TMG Trivia Facebook page, and I'll put a call out for that very soon, and we'll write up a horror match. We'll do horror, probably just a regular picture-in-picture match. So if you're interested, let me know, and we'll talk to you. We'll talk about that soon. But as far as TMGeek goes, looking forward to a great tournament. And thank you, Papa West. Thank you to Malcolm. Thank you to David. Thank you to Alex. Thank you to my lovely fiance Lillian for producing in the back. And I have been your host, Kevin the Philosopher Poss. And we will see you next time for the next the next tournament matchup. Not sure which one that'll be, but we'll see you for it. Keep geeking out.